pumpkin is like bigger than me. What's up guys, it's Emily Elizabeth. I am going to do a pumpkin hack video. So I'm going to carve both of these pumpkins for you guys today and show you some tricks that I found that work a lot better. This one I am going to write letters on, and this one I'm going to drill. So they're kind of two different techniques, but I will show you. First step is I laid this plastic wrap down on the counter. It doesn't move as much as newspaper, and it's such an easy cleanup. You just lay it down and you make sure that the layers are laying over each other, like overlapping, so that when you pick the whole thing up, it just moves all together and goes right into the trash. So it's also good if you spill, guts and whatever. So that, I've already pre-prepped that, and that's on the counter now. You'll need a bowl and a mixer. This is a very old mixer, so ignore that. But you'll need a mixer and then an ice cream scoop, a knife. You'll also need a drill with the different drill bit sizes of whatever choice you want. That'll be for later. And then also these little letters that I found at AC Moore for whatever word you want to spell. So I'll show you that in a minute too. I got this pumpkin, a wider pumpkin, so that I can spell the word that I want. Put these letters in. I'm gonna spell boo today. So I got a pumpkin that was wider so you could see the whole letters. But the first trick, or I guess the second trick, other than the plastic, is that you put this upside down in the bowl and you cut the bottom of the pumpkin out instead of the top. It makes for way easier cleanup, and the pumpkin lasts a lot longer because it's not sinking in as it gets old. This pumpkin is like bigger than me. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna cut out the bottom just like you normally would on the top, but on the bottom. Okay, so now I have cut the hole in the bottom. You can make whatever size you want, but this bowl is just helping support it. So now I'm going to take this blender. So this, or hand mixer. So this hand mixer, when you plug it in, you just take it and whirl it around on the inside, and it gets all the guts out way easier than scooping it. So the scoop for the end is afterwards when you want to get all the rest of the gunk out, but this makes it way faster. Okay, so if you do have one of those mixers that just has one prong, then that's a lot easier because you don't want to have the two-prong one. It would get all the stuff all mixed up. So the next step would just be to scoop the excess part out of your pumpkin with the ice cream scoop. Okay, so now that we've got all the guts out, the last step before that is we're just gonna cut off what's left on here to save the stem, or the bottom. You can also obviously roast all of the seeds if you want. I've done it with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. So good. Okay, so the next step is we're gonna take these letters and I'm gonna just hammer them into the pumpkin to spell out the B-O-O. I should have gotten like an exclamation point one, but that's okay. Okay, so I've got my B out, and then because it looks kind of hollow, we're gonna add the little center pieces back in. So if you use a toothpick and you skewer it back through the letters, the inside of the letters, you can put it back into the B. There we go. So it doesn't need to look that perfect right now, because what you want it for is when you light up that you can see the letters. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the two O's. If you have a thicker pumpkin like mine, you might have to push this cookie cutter all the way through and then pop it out of the bottom. Now that I have my O out, I'm just gonna save the center again for later. Okay, so I have my two skewers. Now I'm just gonna do the last O. Now I have my letters cut out with my little cookie cutters, and now I have all of my pieces skewered. So I'm just gonna stick these back up in here so you can see the shape of the letters. So that is the first one with the cookie cutters. The next one I'm gonna do is with a drill, but same thing, I'm gonna turn it upside down into this bowl, cut out the bottom, scoop the guts out, and then I'll show you what's next. So it's actually the next day. I couldn't find the drill and we were having issues with it once we found it, so I had to go buy a new drill. Anyways, on to the next pumpkin. So I just wiped them down really quick with a wet paper towel too. And then I'm gonna now show you the drill version. I like to put a design on this anyways, so I'm gonna do a ghost and the drill design together. In the last pumpkin I did in the fall decor video, I did a maple leaf. So that came out really cool. If you wanna check that out, that is the one that I put on my outside display. But this one will be on the porch. I've sketched a little ghost outline on my pumpkin. I'm gonna cut that out first, and then we'll do some of the drill holes that I was talking about. So I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and take the guts out of it like I did last time. Like I did last time, upside down. So now I have all of the insides out. Then you can roast those seeds together too if you're doing 2 pumpkins. Or it's a really good holiday gift or fall gift if you want to give somebody, just roast some pumpkin seeds. So now I'm going to cut out the stencil of my ghost, and then I'll show you guys the drilling of the whole technique. Okay, I have carved out my ghost. Don't judge my artistic abilities. Usually I can do better than this, but I didn't have a stencil this time and I just freehanded it. So I think this is pretty good for freehanding. My maple leaf definitely came out way better, which I also freehand, but I don't know, I just guess I had more time for it. Anyways, so now that I have whatever design you want to do, I'm gonna add my little drills. So what you do is you can take a bunch of different drill bit sizes and make different sizes that you want. Today I'm gonna just use one size just to show you and to make it a little bit easier. You can either make a pattern down the side, which I've done with the maple leaf one, or you can do the smiley face of a jack-o'-lantern with the eyes using the drill, or the mouth, you know, whatever. You can get creative with it. Today I think I'm just gonna do some holes down the sides again just to show you that technique. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start. So all you do is just, there you go, it's as easy as that. Also wanna make sure you choose a drill bit size that will make a big enough hole that the light can come through when you stick a candle or LED lights in it, so that it actually shines through and you can see it. So I just wipe off the excess. So this is what I have so far. So you can see the little holes. So you can, like I said, you can do this to make the smiley face, the eyes, or whatever. And I've also just done it as decoration. You can make big holes, little holes all over the place if you just wanted a polka dotted pumpkin. That also looks really cool. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up these holes. Here's my first line of holes. So I'm just gonna continue this a couple ways around the pumpkin. But I think it just looks, it adds a different kind of design than you would normally do, which I like doing. I like doing designs that people don't always do, and I think it's just different. So you can get different drill bit sizes and make sure you can really see them, because like my jack-o'-lantern is going to be from, you want it to be able to be seen from the road. So make sure that it is big enough. Also, if you are a kid doing this, don't try this without a parent. But for the most part, it is an awesome design. And I have my dog Riley here to clean up the pieces that fall on the floor. So it works out. So what I'm doing is I'm just alternating where I put the holes in the design. Okay. So here's my first side. So also another thing to remember is that you don't have to do all the way around the pumpkin. I mean, you can if you want to, but you usually stand or prop the pumpkin up in a certain direction. So you're not really gonna see the back of the pumpkin really, which is why it's okay. Here's one side. I did a few columns on this side, and I'm just gonna do the other side so that it matches. I finished all my holes on this side too, just wiping the excess pumpkin away. And it works out because all of the pieces that drop into the pumpkin, because we have a hole in the bottom, just fall right out and they can be wiped away. And it doesn't make a mess because we have this plastic wrap on the counter. Here is kind of the final product. Like I said, you can be really creative with this and go crazy, and it's a good opportunity to let your kids get involved, or even adults. Like, it's good for all ages, and it gives you just a different style to work with. and it's fun. You can change out the drill bits and change the size, but here is my final product of a pumpkin. I think he looks so cute. What do you guys think? We'll also show you how easy it is to clean up everything after. Okay, so now that I am done with the carving part, I'm just gonna take this saran wrap that I've put on the counter, lift it up. Like I said, I have them overlapping so that when you lift it up, it's all one big piece. And you just fold it into itself. And voila, a ball of pumpkin mess that you don't have to clean up. And I just wiped the counter down ahead of time, so it is all clean. But look how easy that was. And all of the guts are in a bowl, so right into the trash. So those were some of my pumpkin carving hacks. I hope you guys have found some ideas through these. Also, feel free to put candle or LED lights inside the pumpkin as well. Like I said in my fall decorations video, that'll link down below, but put LED lights that are solar so that you don't have to remember to turn them on and off. It's amazing. I got mine off of Amazon. So I drill a hole in the back of the pumpkin and then I just shove all of the little lights through the pumpkin and it lights up so cute. Then you don't have to remember to turn them on and off at night. They turn on when it's dark anyways. So it works out well. Just wanted to quickly show you guys the little LED twinkly lights I had put in there. You can see inside there's some leaves that have gotten in there. Look how cute they look. And you can really see the letters. See how putting these toothpicks in is helpful because you can really see the shape of the letters. So it's a little bit hard to tell, but you can see all the little spots where I drilled the holes are lighting up. You can see inside the pumpkin. I hope you guys found these helpful and that they inspired you to do something awesome with your own pumpkins. And I hope you have a great Halloween season. Happy fall to everybody. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!